Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are going to be repairing my onboard air. And the reason why we need to repair it is because ever since I've owned the Jeep, there's basically the plastic hose that goes from the air tank down to the, or up to the pressure air gauge in the cabin. It keeps popping and it keeps failing, and I believe it's due to basically just too much heat. It's only rated for 130 degrees, and I feel like with the venting from the engine just keeps getting down there, and it just basically, at least that's my hypothesis. There might be something sharp that I just don't know, but regardless, the plan, what we're going to be doing in order to try to minimize this is minimize the plastic in the Jeep, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our caps in a couple of places, and we're also going to then use some steel braided hoses to basically reduce the amount of plastic. And then I got one location to where I'm going to try to use plastic, but if this doesn't work, then it's just basically, for whatever reason, not the way to go. And then later I'll go ahead and put in some additional steel braided line in there to just make it pretty much iron solid throughout the whole system. But I got a plan in place. It's just time to send it. All right, so real fast, let me go ahead and show you where the what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so here's the air compressor. Let me go to wide for you guys. Here's the compressor right here. What I'm looking to do is pull this outlet that goes to my tank, my air tank down below. I'll show you here in a second. Looking to take that off, put a T on it, and basically provide feed for the train horn here. And also looking to provide air here to my fitting here in the back of the Jeep. We'll go ahead and take you to the tank now to show you how it's all currently connected. So but before I go ahead and remove everything, I want to go ahead and just show you the original out fitting. We got this part goes forward to the horn, and then this part right here goes to the air fitting in the back of my Jeep. So what I want to do right now temporarily is go ahead and take this T out, remove that, and I'm just going to straight connect this right here into the out. All right, so now we got this removed. We're going to go ahead and get the parts all set up, and then we're going to go ahead and yeah, start connecting everything. Hopefully I have all the parts I need. All right, let's send it. What is going on, everybody? Okay, so I unfortunately do not have the parts. So let me just kind of give you a rundown on the plan and the parts that I'm missing. Okay, so real fast, if you see, we're going to bring you in here to the pump right now. So this connector is a new connector that's not tightened down. I'm just sort of test fitting. That's going to connect into here. This hose will then go to the train horn, and then this coupler will go to another T that I'm currently missing. So going straight over to this connection will connect the tank below, and then this sort of T fitting right here will go ahead and connect the gauge inside. But actually I will probably just change that fitting over to this one. If this one pops again, because this is the hose that keeps popping beneath, I think due to temperature, then I'll go ahead and replace that one with this black hose. No big deal. It's just the easier thing is to go ahead and replace this for right now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and order the parts, and when they come in, I'll see you then. First step complete, but already had to do some work around. So as I mentioned, I did want to basically take the hose directly in straight shot, but there wasn't enough space here for me to go ahead and fit that in. So I had to, the workaround was basically going back to the old fitting and using a plug here. So first step's complete. Let me go ahead and set you guys up on time lapse, and we'll go ahead and send the next few steps as I work in the beneath the hood over there by the compressor and try to get the distribution set up. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It got a little dark, so I finished up a couple of things, and I forgot to go ahead and set you guys up, but I've already done one soap test here. I've kind of got all the connections going, so let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and spray her down real fast, and let's see what happens. basically she failed the first soap test. It was just a little bit too much, so let's go a little heavy. I'll talk about where there was some issues, and then basically I was getting, let me get this little guy out of the way. I was getting air here and here, so that's where I'm looking at right now. And I am seeing a little bit more over on this side right now. Okay, let me go ahead and wet the horn real fast and see if I got anything on the horn connection. Looks like we are getting some leakage out of the horn real fast. And let me go underneath real fast and double check. I forgot to check the connection down below, so let's go down there real fast. I went ahead and sprayed before I hit record, and you can see there's crazy amounts of bubbles coming out here and up there. So I got to go ahead and tighten those down a little bit and see if we can't reduce some of this real fast. So I'm going to go ahead and do this offline, and we'll come back and we'll see if I can improve this at least a little bit more. All right, let me go ahead and give you guys a quick little representation that I'm not going to be able to completely stop the air leak here unless I basically replace a couple of these fittings. See, that's just crazy amounts of air coming out. I mean, lots of bubbles. It's still very slow. Something similar up here. You can kind of see me go ahead and give it a fresh spray. As you can see, yeah, the bubbles are coming out, so it should hold, hold the air good enough for me to do the majority of the stuff that I want to do. It's not necessarily like I can have it on and basically, I don't think the switch is working, but this is my pressure regulator, so it's supposed to basically cut power off once it gets to a certain point. I don't think it's working. I was contemplating to get maybe a new one, so I have a working one, but I'm not going to get a new one until I can get basically air. Get a little bit more airtight than this is currently right here. Let's see if I can't fix it a little bit up in the engine compartment. So at least at a minimum, all I need to do is replace these fittings back here. Make one step forward and 2 steps back. So I forgot, when I was tightening, I had one piece that was aluminum going into the horn right here, and unfortunately I'm now going to have to take the horn off and remove this broken part that's within there. So not going to be done today. That'll be something I approach on the weekend. All right, I'll see you guys then. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? All right, we just got the water pump video out today, and we are now back at getting the air system working. So I have removed the aluminum fitting using my largest screw extractor. You can see it basically snapped right there. If it'll focus, there you go. I was getting a little concerned I was going to be able to get it out or not, but now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go to 2 things. Let's see if we can get them both into the same view. Maybe not. All right, so we're going to definitely get this goes to my air gauge, or it lets me know how much pressure I got in the tank, and then I'm going to go ahead and replace this fitting with a copper fitting. And then I also have, which is not here available, I do have a new relief valve to fix the tank below that you saw that was just leaking a little bit too crazy. So I do not anticipate having a completely 100% leak-proof system, but it'll be better than what it was before. And maybe I'll get it to it's 100% leak-proof, or at least so I can't see nearly as many bubbles as I'm seeing right now. All right, now let's send it.
The feeling's going through. It's always you. 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 Keep falling for you. Keep falling for you. can feel this pain. It's like I'm going for insane. It's nothing left to say. It is time, let it be. Away from me, away from me. It's always you. It's always you.
All right, here's the gauge right here. Let's go ahead and start her up. Turn on the air compressor. And I should see the pump. There we go. All right, she's working. So I'm gonna let her go ahead and get up to about 100 PSI, and then we'll go ahead and go around and basically see how much air is leaking. I have no intent on fixing any air leak at this point. If it works, cool. But I will come in here and just take a quick monitor, let it sit at 100 and see how fast it drains down, in addition to doing the bubble test. All right, she's at 100. So you know what that means. It's time to go ahead and test the train horn. The guy was driving by. I think he was like, what the hell was that? All right, let's go ahead and do the bubble test now. Took me a second. My son got a hold of my sprayer, so let's go ahead and see here. Here's the new fitting. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. How about here where the connects to the horn? No bubbles coming out of there either. Let's go ahead and hop below and see if we see any out of the new fitting I just put in there. All right, here we are as below. As the car comes by, let's go ahead and spray. All right, not too bad. All right, well, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. So it's Thursday after I got the last video out, so it's been about 3-4 days, and I've been driving around and testing out the how much air how much air I've been losing. And so in about 30 minutes, I go from 100 PSI down to 50 PSI. So definitely not far from perfect, but for anything that I need to do as far as like if I want to air up now, I can do it, and that's the big thing on why I kind of wanted to have that at least operational. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.